Qui Gon Jinn, a wise and powerful Jedi. Qui Gon Jinn discovers young Anakin Skywalker, proving to be a pivotal event to the entire galaxy. Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are reviewing from Star Wars Episode 1 and the 50th Lucasfilm anniversary, Qui Gon Jinn. This is a special wave that has come out that's kind of sort of celebrating 50 years, and also we have a few Phantom Menace figures with it. And it's a really good way to get some really good figures as well. Qui Gon Jinn, us collectors that sort of come in a little bit too late in the game have been waiting for a decent price Qui Gon Jinn rather than paying over the odds. But we have the face tech as well now, so it's definitely worth the wait. Also in this wave you've got Mace Windu, Jar Jar Binks and the Battle Droid as well, which are all fantastic figures. I kind of wish there was a very special exclusive figure in here, although this is pretty special. But maybe a sort of episode 1 kind of figure that we haven't had before. Maybe like a Padme or something like that. But also a couple of years ago, I think we had Obi-Wan and Darth Maul in this similar packaging as well. So if you are for all-time collectors in the box, then this is a great opportunity to expand upon that collection as well. So anyway, here he is in his fantastic bubble, really replicating that sort of late 90s look for the Phantom Menace on the card back. We've got the Darth Maul at the top here with the nice foil as well. It's like really shiny. It's really nice. It's a really nice card. It's actually a really thick card, and it's kind of like dual layered as well, because the blister pack actually fits underneath it rather than sitting on top of it. So the actual seal is inside the card. So yeah, it's a really nice figure. On the back, we just got a bit of a spill up here of Qui Gon Jinn. And a few bits to announce sort of like about the Phantom Menace, and then obviously the timeline of Lucasfilm as well, and a bit more jargon down the bottom. So it's a really nice box. So I guess without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. Obviously there's no hidden accessories or stands or anything as we saw him as he was on that card. So what we do, we just get him out and have our first dibs. He's actually quite a nice heavy figure. He's actually really robust, and I think it's because it's like the old style mould as well, where this is all completely sort of moulded and stuff, but he actually feels really heavy even on the card. So that face as well is looking absolutely incredible. So we're going to go away, take our photos, and we'll see you in a moment. So welcome back, and here he is in the flesh, and I must admit this guy pictures superbly. He looks absolutely fantastic, and Hasbro have done a fantastic sort of paint application for his face. The actual figure itself, I was a bit worried that it just sort of fall into the sort of grips of time, because it's just a reused body of back when. But no, it's actually held up against time. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, we do get a little bit spoilt now where we've got sort of butterfly hinges and all the new kind of sort of tech for the actual joints itself. But he does really well and sort of hold up against even like his Padawan, Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a fantastic action figure kind of body. But here he is. He's just got his lightsaber here. We haven't got any extra accessories, unfortunately. It would be nice to have his Lady Razor kind of communicator. Or he did actually originally come with a swappable hand. We haven't got that, or even a Jedi robe, which this guy pretty much worn through the whole entire movie and towards the end. But we do have his trusty lightsaber, and we can have a look at that right now. So this is the best sort of pose you're going to get out of him as well, holding the lightsaber with two hands, because we haven't got those butterfly joints and stuff on there. So we've got that kind of nice sort of ready-esque pose. With the lightsaber itself, this is probably one of my favourite lightsabers ever in the movies. I really like the design of Qui Gon Jinn's lightsaber, and it's actually replicated quite well. We've got the silver on there, and then the black with the red button as well on there. However, it's made of that horrible vinyl-y kind of plastic. So if you're going to make him sort of hold it in his two hands, after a week, you're going to be looking at a Count Dooku kind of lightsaber because it will bend. The actual lightsaber itself is made of the nice translucent green, and it's very vibrant as well. We can pop it out. It's got a nice kind of tug on there, but putting it back in, you have to wait for that click, and then it's in place. If not, it's always going to be falling out all over the place. It's also got the little stud on here, so we can actually turn that around and put that onto his belt clip. And again, it's actually a nice fit. It fits really flush to the figure itself and doesn't want to fall off. So that's always a kudos for when posing them on the actual figure itself. And where this figure actually is pretty cool is actually his articulation for a Jedi character. So on the head, we can actually go left, right, we can look down, and up is not really possible because of his hair. Rotation up the upper shoulder up here comes up this far, and also we have a rotation at the elbow, and it's a little bit more than a 90-degree bend actually on the actual elbow, which is pretty nice. We've got a rotation at the wrist, and it's on the hinge. Rotation here at the waist, and he can't really look down and he can't look back, unfortunately, because this part here is actually not part of the mould. It's actually like over the top. Leg wise, he can come up this far, forward this far, back, rotation up the upper thigh. We've got the double jointed knee down here, which comes up quite nicely, and we've got the rocker and a pivot at the ankle. So again, it is the trusty old Black Series kind of thing. We do have a few hindrance here with the hair, etc. and stuff like that, but it needs to be there, because if obviously we didn't have Qui Gon's hair, he would look a little bit silly. However, with the hair, it's quite a nice kind of sculpt, because just even having it, you can sort of have it so it just looks like it's just hanging down, but it just with a slight kind of thing, flicking it up just on the side, turning his head slightly, it just gives it that kind of sort of energy and the flick in the air in any kind of sort of pose and stuff like that, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it actually adds really well to the figure itself, and that's actually really bringing us to the sculpt. The hair itself, obviously you can see all the lines and all that they've incorporated inside it, and on the hair we've got the striking over. It's not as much grey on the top here as we did have with the actual Liam Neeson in the film, with the hair and the top knot on the back. The actual robes itself look really nice. They're really kind of wrinkled and actually weathered as well on the back, around on the edges, and quite heavily on the front. And we also got that really sort of in-depth kind of layer effect on there. It looks really nice. The belt itself as well, with the actual canisters and the silver on there, it reflects nicely, and everything down there. And then underneath we do have his little brown trousers. Obviously no paint re-apps on there, just standard brown. But it's nice to see a different browns used on the actual boots itself, with all the clips, etc. around on there. So he's looking really nice, and it is a really nice figure, and he stands pretty cool. I have got Obi-Wan as well here, so you can actually see sort of like a size comparison as well. So he's actually quite a nice tall figure himself, which is really nice. Just with the lack of accessories really, that kind of sort of bring him down a little bit, and especially for that little bit of a higher price point. I can see the higher price point of, appealing to in-box collectors due to the fact that you've actually got a nice presentation card there. But for out-of-box kind of collectors, that extra bit of money on there, I kind of would like to see just even a cloth robe, or just something that we can put into when we do our toy photography, or extra bits like that. It's just kind of nice, and it adds to play value for the younger generation as well. So I think that's really where he's missing on this guy. But apart from that, he is a really good solid figure, and Hasbro have done him well, especially with that face sculpt, and finally just bringing him out so we can actually finish off the Jedis that we've been waiting for so long. So thank you once again for joining me on this one. I did actually pick this guy up from Star Action Figures online, and he cost about £23, and then obviously post and packaging and everything on there as well. So run out there and get him while you still can before he disappears. You can comment down below, you can actually subscribe, you can ding that bell, and you can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below. And also in the description down below, sometimes I do put extra things in there because I'm affiliated with Amazon, where you can actually sort of pick up, and it helps to the channel. And also the merchandise site is also down there, which helps out. So any little helps, and thank you so much guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye.